You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Joe, what is going on? I just want to welcome you guys to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. There are over 28,000 of you guys on the phone lines, on the browser, the chat room, Google Hangouts, Skype. I'm glad that you guys are with us. What is up? What is happening? How's it going? What it do? Oh, yeah. So, guys, you definitely want to stick around for tonight's show. We have a very special guest. Now, do you want to be successful in any particular undertaking? If you do, then you should find someone else who has done it before and do exactly what they did. Model your actions on successful experience. And I know a lot of times we talk to artists and actors about originality. And you know, in that particular sport, you need to be as original as possible. To make noise, put it that way. But sometimes success requires a blueprint that you can take and build your own foundation. Just like houses, not every house have the same blueprint, unless you move to one of those neighborhoods that they build every house the same. Other than that, then you know what I'm talking about. So successful people are not simply lucky. Luck has nothing to do with anything. Success comes from actions taken in a specific way. Winners make it look easy and effortless. But guys, it is not, and you know that. Behind every successful person is a long line of effort and a specific sequence of actions. Discover what those actions are, repeat them, and you can too have the same result. Don't waste your time directing envy or resentment towards successful people. Instead, be curious. Find out all you can. Ask questions, read books and articles, listen, observe. Learn from the experience of those who have reached the top, and you'll be on your way there. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
From author Trisha Greenwood comes an important book for all ages, Beautiful Thinking. You have the power to be self-confident. Know the real truth about self-control. Sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight. You will discover Beautiful Thinking to be captivating and encouraging, providing the key and the gateway to unleash the greatest potential for a truly enjoyable journey through life. Beautiful Thinking from author Trisha Greenwood is available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover editions on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Leave a review on Amazon and be entered to win a new Kindle Fire HD8. Beautiful Thinking from author Trisha Greenwood. Available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Order your copy today.
Well, tonight's interview is the Sean-deleon interview. And again, I'm your host, Dini-Mussolini. I forgot to mention that first and foremost, but you guys know me, right? Or you should by now. So yeah, tonight, Sean-deleon is our special guest. So come on, guys, check out, the latest interview we are about to take on tonight. We are extremely happy to say that we have the Honorable Sean-deleon from Nebraska. After taking like an extended hiatus, I always get that word messed up, like 10 years due to that thing called life. Maybe we'll touch on that in the interview. This skilled MC is back, reformed, and stronger than ever before. He's experienced the highs and lows of life and support within the music community. Now staying strong and independent, this guy is fighting his way back into the game with words, yo. And with that, let's welcome him to our show. Sean-deleon, you're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going?
It's going great, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, man, it has to be an exciting time for you. Are you feeling any pressure?
Yeah, most definitely, but that's part of it, right? Just right. Facing and going through it.
Definitely. So I imagine that you're on your campaign now, your promo campaign, like going around, maybe doing shows, shaking hands, kissing babies, that whatnot.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I've kind of stepped up my game in that department lately, investing my own money in my marketing and branding and stuff. So I'm like busy with that right now.
Definitely. Do you like it? Like doing interviews and getting the spotlight.
Honestly, like I'm like a more introspective kind of person. I'm more reserved naturally, but I know that is part of what I need to keep rising. You know what I mean? So that's something that I just have to do and overcome.
Yeah. Same here, man. I'm just like you, man. So I started this radio show to get over that.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
I've been at it going on 5 years now.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. I liked what you said at the beginning, man. In the beginning of the show, that was awesome.
Appreciate that, man. So let's start at the very beginning. What's the genesis of Sean-deleon? What's that all about?
I guess I've been making music for about 20 plus years. And like in my earlier years, back in like the early 2000s and stuff, there wasn't especially in my area, there wasn't very much opportunity for independent artists or whatever. Today it's more easier. With the social media and stuff, it's more easy for independent artists to get more exposure and to put themselves out there. But I guess what I represent is just being myself, and I don't know, just living life and loving life, even the bad moments, even the moments when I was knocked down, even when I was sad, even when I felt broken, but overcoming that and fighting through it, and then just continuing to be me, man, and being the best that I can.
Definitely. And that in my opinion, that's what make the best music.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. So are you sticking around this time? I mean, I'm pretty sure you put your time in for music and you've gained a fan base, and then you kind of went away for 10 years. So is there any way that you're going to convince those fans that you're sticking around and not going to take another break?
Well, no doubt, man. Like, instead of just being around the bush, man, I'll just let everybody know that I was in prison for almost 10 years. And it was definitely a growing experience for me. And I think I took it in a good way, man. I wasn't like depressed and down about it. I just kept my head up and I did what I had to do to make the most productive time I could. Now that I got out, I've changed a lot of my patterns of behaviors. Like before, partying and hanging out in the streets and running around with certain people. I've cut ties with a lot of those types of people. And now it's just like I just work like all day, every day. I work. I have a regular job where I come in, I work 8 to 12 hours a day, and then like on my off time, I market my music. I shoot my own videos. So like my whole day is busy with working. That's what I'm just always on the grind.
Definitely. How does it feel to be legit?
Oh man, it feels great. It really does, man. And I've actually accomplished a lot of things. Because I've been out of prison for 4 years now, and in them 4 years, legitly, just from hard work, I've accomplished a lot, man. I actually got a pretty comfortable living for myself right now.
Nice. I like to hear that. Yeah. Nice. All right. Now we got that out the way. Sometimes I kind of don't like to bring it up. I let the guests bring it up.
Sometimes. Yeah. Out of respect, I know.
Yeah. So. I'm glad you shared that with us. Tell us about what's happening like behind the music that you're preparing to, because you got like 4 singles. So what's going on behind the scenes and getting prepared to release these and go on your campaign?
Well, like I literally have like almost 300 songs completed.
Wow.
Which I don't know. I'm gonna select the ones I got like probably a good 15 that I'm going to be releasing in singles. They're already recorded, but just depending on as I go about my day, sometimes inspiration will strike me, and then I'll instantly go and record it. I'll instantly go and record a song, and I do that all on my own. I have my own my studio at my house, and I mix and I do all my own stuff there.
Wow.
So
self-taught, or did you go to school?
Yeah. No, I learned all that myself, man, the hard way.
Wow.
I started making beats myself and engineering with equipment back in like 99, 2000. And back then we were working with keyboards and drum machines and samplers. Mm-hmm. But since then, with the computer software and stuff, I started using like Pro Tools and FL Studio and that type of stuff.
Dope. All right. True musician. So I read that, right now you're just trying to inspire people with good music. Are you just saying that for like a cliche purpose, or what's the motive behind that statement?
Well, really, I mean, to me, that what's more important than inspiring people is keeping myself inspired. That's more important to me, is that I am inspired. And like making music, it's been such a big part of my life that if I was to quit making music, I just wouldn't feel right. Like my life wouldn't be in sync. So to me, making music is first and foremost for myself, because it's like Austin Powers and his mojo. Music is my mojo. So it's like something that I need in my life.
Yeah. So what is inspiring you to keep, making music?
The trials of life, the struggles of life, man, and you know, the stories you see of the people who overcame so much and they rose to the top. That's inspiring. And then, you know, just like the loss of people that I've loved, you know, the loss of relationships and the hurt, you know, just taking that and transforming it into, like, you know, wanting to be a beast and just be like overcome, like everything, like nothing can stop me.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, just like that, man. And yeah, that's it.
Would you still do music if you never received a dime?
Most definitely. I mean, like I said, I have to do it. I have to make it. And I haven't really received any, I mean, I've made a little bit of money here and there off of music, but nothing to make a living off of, you know, and I've been doing it for about 20 years, and you know, it's just something that I have to do.
Yeah. It's one of the hardest hustles to crack, you know?
Yeah. Hey, no doubt, man. It really is, man.
So what would you say is the best aspect of Nebraska, as far as the music scene is concerned?
Man, that is really a really tough question to answer, because I feel like the scene in Nebraska, like as far as the local community, I don't feel like they're supportive of their local artists. It's almost like they don't believe in their own people. Like, you know, like, yo, that dude can be dope. He's from here. He can be dope. Like, they don't believe it. And but at the same time, like, the hip hop scene is growing, and there's actually a lot of dope artists that are out of this area, and they're actually making ground there. But I just feel like the community is a little far behind on that.
Yeah. Sounds a bit like my city. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do you do? I mean, do you plan on moving, or you plan on?
Oh no, man. I you know, I love it where I'm from. I love where I'm from, man. I don't know. This is my home. This is my hometown, my homeland. I feel connected here, so I'm going to stay here, and I'm just going to keep on grinding, keep on doing my music, keep on marketing, and I mean, just follow the formula, and hopefully I get it. You know, I get there with it.
Yeah. What's the best place to perform there in your town?
Well, in Sioux City in particular, the Hard Rock, like for the bigger acts, like they've had Post-Malone and 21 Savage, and like they've had a lot of big acts there, and they get big crowds, they get good turnouts. But other than that, like there's some smaller bars that they hold venues for like the local artists and stuff. But the turnouts for the local artists are never as big as they are, obviously, for the bigger names and stuff.
Right. Okay. Now, you mentioned that you produce. On all of your 300 songs, you're the sole producer, or have you ever reached out to another producer?
Well, I have a friend, and he's like way underground, like probably hardly anybody's heard of him, but he goes by Taylor Made Productions. Some people may have heard of him, but he's pretty dope, and like if I ever reach out to somebody else to help me produce, it's him.
Ah, okay. Cool deal. As far as like collabing with producers, do you just get the beats from them, or are you telling the producer what do you want? Like, all right, I have this you know, gritty sound in my head and I need it this way, that way, or do you just let the producer do whatever and send you the finished result?
You know, I actually am the sole. I'm in sole control of the whole project from the beginning to the end. Wow. I go through beats. I go through the beats that I want, and if the beat instantly makes me bob my head, it instantly makes me say something dope out of my mouth, that's the beat I want, and then I'll just go from there.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So when you're going through the music, how do you go about finding like the balance between the lighter subjects and the darker subjects that you rhyme about? Like, you know, sometimes not being too dark and sometimes not being like too cotton candy or humorous.
Right.
You know, so
I think like for me, I just let it go naturally. I just let it flow naturally. And like over like say 20 songs, it evens out. So like however I'm feeling, like say like my 4 songs in a row, I was in the dark, aggressive type mood. Mm-hmm. Well, after them 4 songs out of my system, then it'll lighten up on its own naturally. So that's just how it works for me.
Yep. Okay. I mean, do you ever worry about how people perceive you, or is going to perceive you?
You know, most definitely. I think that's on everybody's mind. I think just people in general. You know, if you're intuitive to other people, you're curious about how they think of you. You know, you want to try to make the best impression as possible, but then at the same time be true to yourself, and at the same time not really care what they think. You know, because you still got to be who you are and be confident whether they like it or not. You know, so it's real tricky there.
Yeah, and I ask that because sometimes I feel like, especially rap, that you have your good guys or your superhero guys, and then you have your super villains. Like 50 Cent would be like a super villain, and Drake would be like the superhero, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And you got to kind of stay in one lane, you know?
Yeah, I think that's all marketing. Like some of the super villains, that's all part of their, part of their image. But I think you can play both sides. I think it can be done. You know, if you stay true, as long as you're being true to who you are.
Do you know an example of an artist who kind of plays both sides? I know 50 Cent does now because he's older, and but he still get the scrap, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really, because I'm not really onto the newer scene, and I don't really follow a lot of new artists. Like a lot of the older artists that I know of, like I don't know if you know Scarface. I guess, yeah, Jay-Z's definitely one. I think, but he's kind of like a superhero though, even though he was involved in the street life and whatnot. But I think he kind of.
I would say he used to be a supervillain, like reasonable doubt.
Right, but he triumphed over all of it, So I guess in the end he became the hero,
Yeah. So what is Sean-deleon going to be? The superhero or the supervillain? Or kind of a vigilante, walk both lines?
I guess kind of walk both lines, but I just want to be myself, because like some of my ideas aren't exactly, I guess, in agreement with like a lot of mainstream ideas. I think I have some different kind of ideas, and a lot of people probably won't even like my ideas, but these are things that I have thought about all throughout my life, and these are the conclusions I've come to. And so I think that being good and bad is just part of being human, and I embrace both of it.
So 15 singles. Wow. I mean, is that the game plan, or do we get an album anytime between, the single release? Are you doing an EP album?
No, from other people that have like made it further in the industry, in the game than I have, like their recommendations, and just it makes sense to me, is not to drop an album yet, because my buzz ain't as popping as I want it to be. So they recommend, like they say, it's a singles game. You just keep dropping singles, follow the formula, market, brand, drop a single, and then after you build your buzz up and everybody's anticipating, then you drop the album.
I got you. I think that works. Yeah. But that's a lot of work that comes with that too, because then that's 15 single covers you got to come up with. That's 15 game plans you got to have for.
No doubt, and it is. It's a grind.
Man, you're gonna constantly be interviewing.
I'm gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah, it's like, we could have you here 15 weeks straight just to talk about the song you dropped.
Yeah.
All right, so tonight we're playing The Dragon. What's the story behind The Dragon?
Well, like when I first got out of prison, like a lot of my songs was like me just kind of expressing, like kind of being a little sentimental in a lot of the songs I was doing. And a lot of the people who knew me from before, they were like, we want to hear some of that hard stuff, some of the hard stuff like you used to do before. And so I was like, okay. So I started going through some like real hard, aggressive, dark trap type beats. And I came across this beat, and then I was just instantly took me back to the days, when it was like all or nothing, grimy in the streets. And the song is just like really grimy, but it's hard. I just love the feeling of the song. It's hard. And so that's how it came about, this song.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. You've been out 4 years, so you got out 2014?
Yep, I got out September 2014.
When you went in, it was like 03, 04.
06. I went in 06. Yeah.
Okay, 06. All right, so music around that time was kind of, I think the crunk era was like right at that point.
Yeah, it was right around the crunk era. And you know, Young Jeezy had just come out with the Thug Motivation 101 right around that time. And that was like heavy in my deck. I used to bump that like all the time. That was one of my favorites.
Who is your favorite artist?
Man, I have a lot of them. But my top ones is obviously, I mean, everybody loves Tupac, but he's one of my top ones. You ever heard of Esham?
Oh yeah. He's like the father of that horrorcore rap. A lot of people don't give him that credit, but he's the one.
Right.
In my book.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. He's definitely. I think he's definitely the godfather of acid rap, horrorcore, all that.
Yeah.
But him, he's up there in my top 5. DMX, Nas, and then Scarface. Did I say Scarface?
Okay.
But yeah, them guys. That's like my top ones. And like for newer ones, I like Kevin Gates, Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
Who else? What is it? A Boogie with the Hoodie. I think he's pretty dope. NBA Youngboy, he's pretty dope. I mean, a lot of the newer stuff's pretty dope, I think.
Okay. So that's a good array of flavors there that you listen to. So how was it, man? Like, you have a style, you're going in the pen, you get out, and all of a sudden there's this new wave of I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's
man. You know what? Like
or what?
Like even not only are the beats different, but like the cadence and the way the rhymes are delivered is different.
Yeah.
So like when I got out, like my style before I went in was outdated. Like my style was like way outdated. So I kind of had to listen to the newer stuff and kind of try to adapt my style to that, so I don't sound so outdated.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because I've talked to, I won't say a lot of rappers, but a few of the rappers tend to be angry with the new style, and they tend to stick to what they know and try to battle against a whole wave of rappers, and they just seem to get wiped out. Was that an easy transition for you?
Yeah, it was, because I'm pretty open-minded. I'm an open-minded person, and I mean, to me, if you're honest and you listen to music and it's good, it's good. Like the newer guys, if you listen, it's good. Like, well, I can't say it's not good. If I did, it'd be out of like prejudgment, you know?
Yeah. Okay, dope. Where would you like the listeners to find you online?
I think like as far as like my video content and stuff, YouTube, Sean-deleon Productions. I'm on YouTube. I have a music fan page on Facebook, Sean-deleon Productions. Facebook at Sean-deleon Productions. My Instagram is Sean-deleon Productions, and I have a website, www.sean-deleonproductions.com. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. And guys, just in case you didn't get those links, I have all those links in the description of this episode. So all you have to do is click the links and it'll take you right to it. Sean, are you producing for any other acts?
You know, I've had people that hit me up to produce for them, but I'm not into it, man. I don't know. I like doing my own thing. I'm like a one-man team. I don't produce for nobody. I'm my own record label. I'm the only artist on my record label. Maybe later, if I establish it, then and I can do that, you know, maybe I will do that.
Okay. Keeping that option open. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
And the name of the label is Sean-deleon Productions?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, guys, after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, but of course along with the actual interview, but the audience will get to hear Sean-deleon provide us with some vocals. I don't know, maybe he can sing, maybe he's good at poetry, inspirational speeches, freestyle rap, joke stories, or a live instrument. We'll take it all. You never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight. And tonight we'll find out if Sean-deleon has what it takes to be put on the spot. a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have Sean-deleon with this song, The Dragon. We'll be right back.
If death want me, tell him come get me. If death want me, tell him come get me. If death want me, tell him come get me. They don't wanna see you shining. Most of them just talking, but a few of them be plotting. Make your move, I got shooters too. Why you run your mouth like you bulletproof? Look, anyone can get it. I know some country boys, res cats that's wild with it. Did some fair time, got some tats on their face. Type of gas, give no fuss about no money, but quick to stab you just for looking at them funny. It's the Wild West. Don't get too complacent, you get shot in your chest. You got a habit of talking slick, might wanna wear a bulletproof vest. But you could be the coolest dude on the block and still get shot to death. R.I.P. to my cousins. Twisting Pookie in the basement, chasing the dragon. Pocket so heavy, got my pen straight sagging. Cannon on the waves, case them boys come jacking. If death want me, tell him come get me. If death want me, tell him come get me. My homie straight loco from the west side. They ask me what I need, they down the ride. I tell them chill, I let them know when the time is right. Sprinkle yayo on the blunt, we getting high tonight. My primo in the trap house got his gats out, watching for them jack boys. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't making no noise. My primo in the trap house got his gats out, watching for them jack boys. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't making no noise. Twisting Pookie in the basement, chasing the dragon. Pocket so heavy, got my pen straight sagging. Cannon on the waves, case them boys come jacking. Yeah. If death want me, tell them come get me. If death want me, tell them come get me. When the reaper come, ain't no hiding, forget I embrace him, face him. I'm going home, see my mama and my daddy. Dead homies in the rest of my family. 2-time felon selling methamphetamines out the sewer gutter. It ain't like the old days when they had the pink and the peanut butter. Slinging $8 for $80. Make they pussy moist, then they meth mouth water. Twisting Pookie in the basement, chasing the dragon. Pocket so heavy, got my pen straight sagging. Cannon on the waves, case them boys come jacking.
From author Trisha Greenwood comes an important book for all ages, Beautiful Thinking. You have the power to be self-confident. Know the real truth about self-control. Sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight. You will discover Beautiful Thinking to be captivating and encouraging, providing the key and the gateway to unleash the greatest potential for a truly enjoyable journey through life. Beautiful Thinking from author Trisha Greenwood is available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover editions on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Leave a review on Amazon and be entered to win a new Kindle Fire HD8. Beautiful Thinking from author Trisha Greenwood. Available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Order your copy today.
Yo, and we are back again. That was Sean-deleon with the song The Dragon. Man, I'm in love with the vocal performance on that one, and the beat is hard. The whole song is just hard. Man, he has like a distinctive the way he enunciates his words. He kind of like rolls with the growl, you know. I don't know, it just maybe me, you know, loving hardcore music. But man, it's definitely hard. Wake the neighbor up with that one. The Reaper, come and get. No, that was a dope line. The Reaper, I think it said the Reaper, embrace him, gotta face him. I can't remember how it went, but that line was dope. All right, have you ever looked at like a magic eye image? If you don't know what that is, it's one of those pictures with the repeating pattern and a hidden 3D dimensional image. To see the hidden image, you have to focus your eyes behind the surface of the paper, which is initially very counterintuitive. You have a tendency to look at what's there, and that prevents us from seeing what's behind there. If you relax your eyes, though, the hidden image will eventually pop into view with amazing clarity. Interestingly, once you've seen the image, it is much easier to see it again and again and again. That's because you know from experience where and how to look for it. Doesn't it make you wonder what other things lie hidden beneath the surface? The superficial things in life can be very distracting and can prevent us from seeing what's behind them. Like, take for instance Facebook. We see everybody posting whatever they post, pictures, videos. And you know what I'm thinking about? Man, this is a vast marketplace. So many backgrounds, so many things I can sell these people. You know, that's what I'm thinking about. And I'm sure the developers at Facebook are also thinking about the same thing. Like, so many, like, I don't know how many people are actually on Facebook. Probably in the millions, who knows? But they have to be thinking about, that's a lot of people that we can easily have access to, right? And that's why we see ads all the time, because the ad people, the marketing people are thinking the same thing. How can I get these folks to see me? Oh yeah, buy some ads that you have to look at in your messenger. Have you seen that? That's crazy, right? Now there's ads in my messenger. Smart people. They're looking at what's behind the distractions, okay? And that's all I'm telling you guys. Just look behind the distractions. The next time something seems obvious, ask yourself, what else is there? What are you not seeing because you're looking too intently? Some of the most interesting people, the most exciting opportunities, the most powerful secrets of life reveal themselves. We'll take that from me, dini-mussolini. Word is bond. But for right now, let's bring the man of the moment back on. Sean-deleon, you're back live with us and in our hot seat. So what are you going to do today?
I think I'm just going to tell a personal story about myself.
Okay.
I want to tell a story about my dad, because my dad was his presence in my life was very monumental, impactful. When I first got out of prison, within my first year of being out of prison, my mom and my dad both passed away.
Oh man.
But and so like that was a whole struggle in itself, man, and it had to really make me rise to another level. But that's not what I really wanted to talk about. I'm gonna talk about the impact that my dad had in my life. He's, first of all, to talk about his character a little bit, he was like a rough, rugged, rambling, gambling dude, man. Like, he was in and out of prison for his whole life, in and out of prison. But he wasn't even my real dad. That's the thing. He wasn't my real dad, but he met my mom when she was pregnant with me. And then when I was born, he was there at the hospital. And so he kind of like basically raised me. And even though like he would go to prison for some time. But then as soon as he would touch down, but when he was in prison, he would write letters. We stayed in contact, but he always made it a point to let me know that he was proud of me and that he loved me no matter what. Even as a juvenile, I was locked up. I started getting sent away when I was 12, 13 years old. But my dad always made it a point to reach out to me and let me know that he loved me and that he was proud of me regardless of what I was doing, what I was on. He let me know that. And as time went on throughout his life, he never changed. Like, he always was that roughneck kind of guy that was just wild. That's the way he lived, and that's exactly the way he died. He died in, I guess you would call it a street tragedy. He died that way, living his lifestyle. And what I took from the lessons that he taught me was that no matter what you're going through, sometimes we put ourselves in situations that are dangerous. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations where we hurt ourselves or hurt others. But to always smile and to laugh and to enjoy and to overcome and to not beat yourself up, but to just stand up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. And that is exactly how he lived his life. And even though he never changed, I took that as a lesson in itself, because like for myself, like no matter how the world will try to push you and mold you and try to break you and try to make you conform to this way or that way, he never changed. He stayed the way he was. And like, that's kind of how I learned from that. Like, no matter what the world expects from me, no matter how they try to push me, I'm always going to be me. And I'm always going to stand on what I believe in and how I want to be, to stand on that. And so that was like a very important lesson that I learned from him, and that is something that I carry with me to this day. And I'm not saying that change is bad, because sometimes change is good. But in the situation I'm talking about, not changing is good. Is being brave and being courageous enough to stand on who you are. Mm-hmm. And that's it, man. That's what I wanted to say, man.
Sounds like I'm from the South, so sometimes, you know, you run into a lot of good old boys, is what we call them. People who definitely are true to themselves, and they don't make any apologies for who they are. You know?
Exactly, man. You got it, man. You know, I'm glad you got that, man.
Oh yeah, man. I have uncles, man, and like I said, Mississippi, we have a lot of those good old boys, you know.
Yeah.
Stay true to themselves, and real men who stand up, you know.
Yeah,
for themselves,
no doubt.
What they do for their family, you know, they put it all out there on the line with no apologies. So.
Right, no apologies.
Yep. All right, man. Once again, where do you want to send our listeners to connect with you online?
Sean-deleon Productions on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Then on my Facebook fan page at Sean-deleon Productions. And then on Instagram, Sean-deleon Productions. Or then my website is www.sean-deleonproductions.com. And then I forgot to mention my Twitter is at DopeBoyTrapping.
All right. Man, we definitely appreciate you, man, and definitely want to have you back sometime to discuss more things. So, yeah, we'll be keeping our eye on you, brother.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. No doubt. Peace.
Peace, man.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the #1 rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable, because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace, and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.